The Federal Commissioner for National Commission for Refuge, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Tajjan Aliyu Ahmed, has called for urgent action to protect humanitarian workers operating in conflict zones across Africa. Now, he made this call in Abuja at the press conference. Benedict Uku has more on the story.
Attacks on humanitarian workers across Africa, for example, incidents from South Sudan, the Central African Republic and Nigeria, has hinted uprising. Between 2020 and 2024, Nigeria alone saw 49 reported incidents affecting 79 humanitarian workers, including kidnappings, ambushes and assaults. In 2024, at least 26 humanitarian workers in Nigeria were kidnapped, ambushed while carrying out their duties. Federal government of Nigeria has condemned this act as blatant violations of international humanitarian law and has called for stricter enforcement of legal frameworks to protect humanitarian workers and prosecute those who commit such crimes. Speaking at the press conference in Abuja, the Federal Commissioner of National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Tajjan Aliyu Ahmed, assured of government's commitment to ensuring their safety and well-being of humanitarian workers.
Today, I call upon all stakeholders to intensify our efforts to protect humanitarian workers and civilians in conflict zones. We must also ensure that our legal frameworks are robust enough to protect or to prosecute those who commit such violations and end the cycle of impunity, as the protection of humanitarian workers and civilians is a moral imperative. I assure you that I remain focused on ensuring you have better working conditions, and although your reward is in heaven, I will work tirelessly to improve your compensations, as nobody deserves better remuneration than the people who support our most vulnerable populations.
In response to the worst funding shortfall in years reported by the UN last year, the Federal Commissioner also pledged to address the issue of funding for aid services.
Provisions is underway to ensure that people of concern are not only being given food item on every day basis, but rather to put them into the line that they could themselves provide food for themselves. And that's why, from the little budget that has been provided this year, the National Commissions for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons are working towards constructing a befitting skill acquisition centers, so that we don't have to wait for any fundraising. We don't have to wait for any fund coming from any international organizations before we take care of our own people. We want to take care of our own people by providing them the succor, and also to provide them with skill acquisition that they can fend for themselves.
The theme of this year's World Humanitarian Day, Act for Humanity, it emphasized the critical need to uphold international humanitarian laws and safeguard those who risk their lives to deliver aid.